G'day guys, on this Z22 Astra engine, I'm sure it's in other cars, maybe the Zafira. When you get the flow control shutters stuck, look, you can unstick them if you get your hand in from here. This is behind the alternator. If you get these unstuck, but generally you've got to take the manifold out. Okay, we've already cleaned this up a little bit because you've got to be careful. There's no parts for this car anymore in Australia. You want to be careful of getting stuff on these rubbers, but you get carbon in here where the shutters are, and also lack of lubrication on these. So look, if you want, you can try and go in from under the vehicle and spray into that area there and from behind. Also removing the harness from here, and that will allow you to unjam that shutter if it's not totally jammed up. So just say it's jammed there, which it was just a minute ago. You'd go in from here and try and unjam the shutters, but it will happen again. Okay, so first thing to do is apply lubricant to these areas, and then if the fault continues, decarbonize the shutters. There are times where we decarbonize certain engines without removing the manifold, but this is just way too fiddly, and he had the manifold done years ago under warranty, I remember. This is 2006. So look, don't try and save any shortcuts. Coolant pipe up, harness up, injectors out. There's not much you can save on. I mean, we didn't disconnect the knock sensor here, and we didn't disconnect the earth block on the earth's on the block down here, but we have slid the alternator out of the way. Always disconnect your battery here, of course. But yeah, very fiddly. I mean, if you're good with that sort of thing, it's all right. Otherwise, leave it to someone else. But you can see once, there was two of us here with the dipstick out of the way, and I'm not going to do too much now with one hand, but with these injectors up, you begin to see the glorious Z22XER. Oh, sorry, the Z22YH. Okay, we are now just applying a little bit of stuff into the intake manifolds. I'm not walnut blasting anything here. There's carbon in the intake valves. They're very large valves. It's 8-port setup. So, it's got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. It's quite interesting because really that's cylinder 1, that's cylinder 2, that's cylinder 3, that's cylinder 4. It's a bit counterintuitive when you look at it. See what I mean? It's quite a layout, quite an amazing layout. So you get from this a code for jammed flow shutters, or I can't remember what they call it here, because I haven't scanned the car today. This has been going on from months ago. He's back. Flow shutters, variable manifold control system, and you'll get a lack of power, okay, as you've got the flaps in that position like that. Okay, so there's your carbon build up. Definitely not the worst in the world, but certainly enough to stop it. Hopefully this motor is still all right. This manifold's 2350 plus GST in Australia. It's ex-Germany, and I'm not going to buy one. I'd just rather do this first. All right, guys. Hope that helps. I'll just orientate this the right way around so you can see what we've done and what we've taken off. PCV off. Okay, that's the actual harness for the flow shutters. Okay, and lots of plastic ties tying everything up. There's no shortcuts. You got to cut them all of them. Every single one that's in the way, cut, including this one down here, so you can swing things out of the way. With this brake booster hose, we removed the manifold with it attached and then took it off later. It was just too fiddly, and I'm too worried, that's positioned about there normally. I was too worried to break something here where it's not going to be available. That's the throttle body off, ECU on top. Okay, hope that helps, guys.